Hello, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. It is Monday, the 1st of December here in Melbourne, Australia. So I just looked up to see if she'd posted, if Alexandra had posted, but she hasn't because obviously it's not the 1st of December over there yet. Most likely, tonight, she will post. So that'll be another video for tomorrow. So what we're going to do at the moment is go through Reddit. I hope everyone's well. Hope you're all doing very, very well. Thank you for keeping up with my disappearance on the weekend. I mean, it was only really one day, yeah. But I appreciate you all. So let's get into some more. Oh, God, this is going to be fun. I can see Lord Farquhar already. This is going to be a bit of a laugh for me in the morning. No Department says, I couldn't help myself. She's an ogre. So I assume that's Alex on the left. Oh my God, that is fucking brilliant. Brilliant. Oh wow. This and this spot on. This and this spot on. Wow. No Department, you fucking outdid yourself. That is bloody brilliant. Let's see what comments you got on that. That deserves a bloody thumbs up. Oh, sorry. Not a thumbs up, did I do it? Yeah. Wow, she really does. Her mum's hair looked ridiculous in that. Really badly blow-waved. Oh my God, how fitting. She even shares Shrek's hygiene. What the absolute fuck did Nancy do to her hair? Yep, horrible haircut style. Then goofs the colour too. Or is this hair by Alex? I don't know. Could be hair by Alex. I don't know. But I don't think it is because maybe the colour is, but I don't think the haircut is. The haircut's actually cut too perfectly straight to be cut by Alex and was blow-waved horribly, which could have been done by Alex. Priceless. The accuracy. If Alex did the cut and dye job, it's giving beauty school dropout. Grease, gosh, I'm showing my age. Be proud of your age, girl. Brilliant. Oh, God. Her round face. Yep. Uncanny. It was the blow dry that made this haircut look even worse. They have used the straightening irons on it, whereas when in the latest video that you see her at her daughter's, it doesn't look as bad because there's highlights been put in it, so you get more dimension, and it doesn't look as blocky. And it's that blow wave that made that look so damn horrible, really, really horrible. They've put straightening irons in it, and if they didn't curve the ends in enough. They've done it just straight, and it gives it a real blunt, harsh look. Her face is already harsh, and she has a face like Lord Farquhar. So you wouldn't do it that harsh. It just makes her look like a blockhead, even more. A tree in the playroom. Yes, a tree in the playroom. Lies and more lies. What's this one about? Oh, his head. He's so damn cute. This photo is a perfect example of fake living. No one with a baby that age can afford a designated playroom in putting a tree up in it. Hang on. This photo is a perfect example of fake living. Oh, the whole fucking video is a fake. No one with a baby that age who can afford a designated playroom is putting up... a designated playroom is putting up a tree up in it. Well, Alex does, because she's dumb. It has to be her aesthetic. He isn't interested in it, remember? And she thinks that's a flex. Any toddler who isn't interested in a literal light-up tree in their reach is a concern. Hey, you... I can't read that out, guys. I'll get my thing taken down. Read these words here. Your kid can barely move because of how tight the sleeper is. Oh, God, and I shouldn't laugh at how tight the sleeper is. I'm still laughing at the first part of it. She looks so huge and hormonal imbalanced. Playroom with no toys, just how she likes it. Because, aesthetic, guys, it goes more than making his son happy and giving him some happiness in playing with his toys. They've all got to be fucking packed away. So the neighbour can see it. That's right. So the neighbours can see it. She's always trying to impress people. But in reality, no one gives a shit. Good thing she's got a sody to help her stay awake. Yeah, that's normal. Grouchy Picture says, you know what? I can tell by the dumb sideways tuned in that she's deeply insecure. Oh, fuck yeah. Anyone can tell she's insecure. She can talk whatever she wants to, but the proof is right there in the dead behind the eyes, stupid, ugly, tilted face she keeps making. She's like, trying to prove to people, look, I'm playing with my son, but there's no toys in front of him. A real fun playroom, eh? Look, I'm playing with my son. What a fucking idiot. He isn't... Oh, hang on. What was there? Did I miss something? No. Okay, it was an ad. He isn't interested in it, remember? And she thinks that's a flex. Any toddler... Oh, I read that already. Sorry, I've read them all. Next one. Oh, dear God, yeah, when she did that face. Oh, God, that is horrible. And I believe because she is having so much soda, it really is getting at her receding gums. Someone else said that she might be bringing up, and that's why, well, it could be, but I don't think so. I don't think she'd bring up. She likes a food to stay in her stomach. Alex and Nancy actually twins, 30 years difference, ugly inside and out, spot fucking on. Yep. Jesus. Wow, wow, wow. She's all top teeth when she talks, and she's all bottom teeth. Wow. That is a good one. Who did that? Let me give him a shout out. You Live Demand. That is fucking excellent. That is an excellent... See, I've got no time for this shit to go back and forth and do stuff like this. That's why I appreciate other people who do it. I really do. Don't show this to Yar. He'll be bricked for days. Two hideous hags. If I knew I was going to look like Nancy in 30 years, I'd fall into a deep depression. I don't know if ugly is the right term, as Nancy is. Her daughter is still worse than her. The bad eyes, the weird nose, the small lips, the bad teeth, this is what under the makeup and filters, folks. Nancy looks like she's been a nightmare to deal with customer service table. She does. Oh, wow, can't imagine Anderson waking up to that every morning. We didn't really need a before and after to show us how annoying Alexandra is because her ugliness actually comes out. If she was not so ugly as a person deep inside, we would not even be here talking about her. Seriously. Alex is trying hard to make up for 30 years age difference. During the filter glitches, she easily looks mid to 40s to 50s years old. If she keeps eating like this, she'll catch up in no time. The same nose and jacked up gappy teeth. Alex's lifelong poor eating habits are aging her rapidly. The fact that she looks as old as Nancy in 12 to 15 years is bad enough, but personality, that's exactly right. That's exactly right, Lurkenhart. Her personality and character and integrity wise, they are already twins. Alex has been a little better at hiding it. Yep. Nancy is only 62. I thought she was much older by how she looks. Maybe 63. Her sister is one who's 60. She looks quite old to me. Yep. It's all the sun, guys. It's all the sun on the skin. I think that's what it is too. And again, it's ugliness coming out. Nancy looks okay for her age, in my opinion. Alex looks worse than her own mother, who is 30 years older. Yep, I agree with that. Jesus Christ, they cloned Nancy. I think Alex is still worse. Why Big Al had massive weight gain? Well, this isn't anything. This isn't anything to be surprised at, guys. I mean, I appreciate Lurking Lobo for writing what she's going to write and what I'm going to read. But this is no surprise. I kept saying, I can't wait till she stops WW and she puts on double, because we all know that's happened. We've all been there. We've all gone on a diet. We've all lost the weight, or maybe not all of us that watch, but most of us that have watched have lost the weight by being on. I don't care if she says WW is a diet plan. It's not a diet plan. It should be a way of life if she's going to stick with that way of eating. That's the only way she'll not gain it back. You can't quit WW or quit any other diet plan and go back to your normal eating and think that you're not going to put weight back on. You're going to put on and double. It is what it is. All right, let's read what Lurking Lobo says. Why Big Al has massive weight gain. Besides her unhealthy eating habits and food binging, I have theory on why she gained massive weight after 2018. There were 3 factors she's talking about back then, that occurred. Her breakup with Alan, the failure of her singing career, and the end of friendship with Mark. I think these 3 events in succession sent her into a spiral of weight gain. Ya comes along and instead of being a good influence, became an enabled to her vices with food. Ya really doesn't care about Big Al and just uses her for money. Alex knows this, but since Ellen left her, Mark ended his friendship. And her singing career was a bust, Ya was the last crutch she had. Being used by him is better in Alex's mind than fixing herself. It's always, anything is always better than fixing herself. I do agree about the Ellen. Definitely do agree about the Ellen, and that's why she put weight on, because of her breakup to her fiance's, engagement. I think that's why she did put a lot of weight on. Excuse me. And it's the same vicious cycle of her turning to weight gain. Turning to eating and she even knows that. She turns to eating to self-soothe herself. And that's what she did. She turned to eating like she always does. She eats her feelings. But deep down, I think the Ellen breakup had something to do with her father leaving when she was younger, and that's why she could not handle Ellen leaving. So she ate through her feelings because her father left, didn't he? These are feelings that have gone untreated for years. These, I believe, is her PDF file father leaving her when she was young, why she turns to food for comfort. Until she gets that sorted out, until she actually realizes that herself and gets therapy for that, and realizes it herself. You can get therapy for it, but you need to actually realize it as well. That's the only way she's going to get through her her ED. Blunt Perspective says, I agree with your theory, and I will add 2 more things to that theory from my personal perspective, as someone who's followed Alex from the very beginning. Now, instead of clearing my throat every 5 seconds, I'm going to put another lozenge in my mouth. It is big time hay fever season, allergy season here in... Although, today, guys, is meant to be the first day of summer here in Melbourne. It doesn't look it. Okay. Lozenge goes under my tongue. Alex just happened to get lucky with early success, if you can call it that. She was able to ride the momentum of the wave of YouTubers who were being compensated with trips and PR and relevancy for doing very little. Something happened around the same time that you're mentioning, where people in the audience really started waking up to the fact that there was a lot of dishonesty. That's right. I'm one of them. In the content and you guys are a lot of them. In the content creating and YouTuber space. I think I should have waited a bit more to start talking. Sorry, guys. And that excessive attention that many problematic people like Alex were getting from brands was not deserved. Yeah, they were just giving away back then. Something happened around the same time that you're mentioning, where people in the audience really started waking up to the fact that there was a lot of dishonesty. I absolutely agree with that. And I think most of us That's why we're here, because we did follow her and we did realize how fucking dishonest she was. Meanwhile, other people who started around the same time as she did completely rode the wave in a more smart way. They leveraged their influence, their connections, and their reach, and they branched out into other streams of income related to their professionalism, talents, education, or public platforms. Whereas she has none. She has no professionalism in anything. She has no education in anything. Oops. Some of them started brands, others started foundations, some of them did both, and many of them just became more evolved as adults and started transitioning their content to include more than just vapid beauty overconsumption and fashion content. Alex never learned how to do that, so the states, dented. To do that, so she states dented. Is it demented? No, dented. And I really think that it's weighed heavy on her, especially from a jealousy perspective, to see so many people advance and succeed more than she did. That I agree with, because she's always going on about manifesting and how people get what they want, and this person's got what they want and that person's got what they want. What more can she want? They're all healthy, so to speak, unlike her. You know what I mean. She's got nothing now going on with her, not that we know about anyway. Yarman's healthy. Her child, I can't say he's 100% healthy because of what she's done to him. But she's always jealous of what other people have. She said it recently. Oh, she's got everything, everything she ever wanted. I don't know, she was talking about some YouTuber. And the jealousy is always there. She still doesn't see what she has and is grateful for it. She says she's grateful, but we really know her. She's not really grateful. If you remember carefully in the video where she apologized to her followers for the filtering, where she blamed her manager, the one where she had red hair and was sitting in the car, there's a very short phase that she says where she's rambling on about the pressures of being on social media, and she said 6 words that were very telling to me. The opportunities that other people get. Yep. They made their opportunities. They were smart enough to do something with their platform. You weren't. So it wasn't given to them on a platter. It's not like they didn't work for getting the opportunities. I think was so indicative of what kind of where her mind was, because she could tell that she was being left behind and compared to other people who started when she did. Alex never gave herself a chance to actually mature and grow up and get uncomfortable. Oh, she's always uncomfortable. She's always uncomfortable. But I know what you mean in this. I know what you mean by that sentence. She's got a beautiful modern apartment. After she broke up with Alan, just could not handle being by herself. Gabby stayed over almost every day. She distracted herself with her mum and her friends, and back then she did have some, and avoided solitude at all costs. And that's where she also said she had her first panic and anxiety attack. Yeah, because she was home by herself. During that time is when Alex should have checked herself into intensive therapy. Yep. And she could have really turned her life around. Alex's weight gain is about what's eating her just as much as about what she's eating. Absolutely. And it always will be, because she's delusional, manipulative, bitch, who is a narcissistic and blind to reality. I truly believe that Alex will be fat for her entire life at this point. Oh, fuck you. The only thing that will change is if she absolutely checks herself into an inpatient program, strips herself of all her privilege and delusions, and hits rock bottom to the point where she has to stop distracting and coping herself with food, hacks, and shopping. She doesn't know who she is on the outside of the persona she created over 10 years ago. She's hanging on desperately to that image while lying to herself and her entire audience. On top of that, she is misspent all of her savings, never obtained any type of education or college degree that can work in this world or contribute anything to society. She has ridiculous anxiety and insecurity, and she shows, oh my God, and she knows she's a horribly unfit mother in a very strange marriage. I truly think that eats away at her from the inside and out on a daily basis. What a miserable existence. It really, really is miserable existence. Now, where was it? There was a part here. Well, I wanted to read it. Hang on. She has ridiculous anxiety and insecurity. That, I think, cannot be helped. I am not giving her any leeway whatsoever. I'm just saying no one wants to have anxiety, yeah? No one wants to have anxiety and insecurity. But we can all see why she has anxiety and insecurity. It's because of her pedophile father and her upbringing. And she doesn't want to get it seen to. She doesn't want to admit that her father is the problem and why she is how she is. Okay. What diet? What weight loss? Cinnamon pull apart bun. Yeah, she'll say that was for Thanksgiving. Bread mix. I'm telling you guys, she is, now that she's starting to get pregnant again, now that she's trying to get pregnant again, forget any points, forget WW. It's just a free-for-all now. And especially, Christmas is not even here yet. So she said she's going to be eating her, well, she didn't actually say she's going to be eating her way through Christmas, but she will be. Because she said the festivities is the best time to eat, and she's not going to deny herself of that. Was she really ever on a diet? Yeah, I think she was. Absolutely. She believed she was doing WW. But all those hacks that she did, all those trying to make the sweet treats and all this and that, it didn't help. It didn't help at all. Was she ever really on a diet? Apparently cinnamon pull-apart bread is part of her diet. She's shameless. We all knew she wasn't going to save that mix for Christmas morning. Fuck no. She eats endlessly from Halloween until New Year's and gains 20 pounds. That's right. That's so fucking true. From now till New Year's Eve, she will eat. More like 50 pounds. From Halloween to New Year. You sure it's not Halloween to next Halloween? Good one. She eats through Easter, actually. All year round, actually. If you buy this, don't forget to pick up your nose. Hang on. If you buy this, don't forget to pick your nose and then stick your fingers in the dough so it tastes just like hers. Oh, that is so off. And rub your nose, taste the dough with bare hands, then put your fingers back in the dough. Later Abroad says, she already gave the disclaimer that the diet is basically out the window. She did, for the holiday season. So I'd say this is a slippery slope right now, back into weight gain. An excuse for, excuse me, BINGING. She's a seasonal obsessed, because it's an excuse to indulge in every part of her life. Attention-wise, it's her birthday and Vlogmas, so she's showered in interaction. Spending-wise, she overspends on decor she doesn't need. And then there's the food to overindulge. She's vapid and empty outside of these Burr months. She already gave her excuse. But was she ever really on a diet? Yeah, you could tell. You could tell she actually was trying and delusionally thinking that it was going to work, not realizing that every single manic hack that she tried to do, we could see straight through it and see she really wanted to eat the right thing, but she was trying to look for a hack to try and eat a fat thing and make it healthy. That never worked. A lot of the stuff that she made, that she hacked, she didn't like. Oh, yeah, absolutely not. She was BINGING regardless and using the leftover points as her excuse, as always. Can she not make anything from scratch? Nope. She's the worst SAHM I've ever seen. I guess she couldn't wait till Christmas morning. Yeah, what the hell? She specifically said these were a special treat for Thanksgiving or Christmas morning. Yep. Don't worry all the slobber and snot she adds makes it practically 0 points. Her real love obsession is food and shopping. Food is a primary source of holiday joy. We all know this. But it's not like she gave up eating that sort of stuff. She was trying to make hacks all the time for something bad to try and make it in a healthy way, and it never really worked. And if it did, she really didn't like a lot of the stuff. Apart from her snickerdoodles, that's what she constantly makes. This mindset is what needs to change before she can actually lose weight. Absolutely. She's on that lovely seafood diet. When she sees food, she eats it. I cannot fathom buying a KitchenAid to just use box mix. Yep. Why buy the expensive tools to actually cook and bake from scratch? It's because all the other YouTubers have it. She's got to have it too. To not learn and do it. Everything about this woman is just so performative. It is wild. Everyone else has it, so she needs to have it. This screenshot, Blunt Perspective says, wow, Alex, stop compulsively lying. Trying to pretend you were someone you weren't, for fuck's sake. You were never actually a true theatre kid by your own admission. What the fuck? Low key, you should be an actress. I wanted to be one for most of my life. I miss doing theatre. Oh my God. Well, you are doing theatre. Really, you are. Because we don't see the true person. We only see someone who comes and lies every single time, in my opinion, that they show their face on YouTube. So you still are doing theatre. And that's why a lot of your stupid subs do not realise that you are acting. You are always acting. You are always performative. There's nothing genuine about you. So you still are acting. You still do have a platform. And this is your stage. YouTube is your stage. And this is your performance. It's scary how mentally deranged Alex is to fully commit, to creating a fake online identity and persona. Look how this comment casually implies how much Alex misses theatre. Yet in a vlog and a comment section not too long ago, as we already discussed here previously, she claimed she only did one theatre production in middle school and she couldn't even name the play, not her character. The play, nor her character. I was in 12 theatre productions between middle and high school and can name them all. And folks, I grew up with whom I would consider true theatre kids, many of whom still do local city theatre to this day. Never forget the dozens of productions that they've been involved with. Meanwhile, lately, especially, Alex is slowly attempting to double down on building a fake narrative with a naive followers to fool them into thinking she has theatre experience. It's harmful and scary. Yeah, Alex, someone needs to tell you that you and your multiple fucking personalities that you have are not theatre worthy. It's harmful and scary because it shows just how easily she commits to a fake character and personality. Yep. And doubles down. She knows she is a washed up, pathetic YouTuber who is slowly... Oh, jeez. Sorry, guys. Let me just decline that. Sorry, guys. It's harmful and scary because it shows just how easily she commits to a fake character and personality and doubles down. She knows she is washed up, pathetic YouTuber who is slowly but steady losing traction, and it kills her to see. Train wrecks like, yeah, she follows train wrecks like Trisha Paytas. Well, then again, Trisha Paytas is really, good, how do I turn, what's that one? No, it's not it. It's harmful and scary because it just shows how easily she commits fake personality and doubles down. She shows and follows pathetic YouTubers like Trisha Paytas living her best Broadway life. Well, now Trisha Paytas isn't in Broadway. Maybe that's why she is so spewing. She is so very, very spewing. Excuse me, in my opinion. That Trisha Paytas, now I don't watch Trisha Paytas, I only know what you guys say. I only know what you guys tell me. I don't know that she's doing a Broadway thing. That I only heard that from reading Reddit. The only truth in this comment is that she always wanted to be an actress. This is clear because she acts and plays a fake character every single day of her life. That's so true. That's absolutely so true. Alex seriously should be committed to a, I don't even know if I can say that word. There you go, guys. You can read it. Institution. 47 comments. I'm telling you guys now, this is why a lot of her stans believe what she is, because she still believes she's a theatre person. What we see her on YouTube is all an act. She is acting. This is not her. It's not her. I mean, the evil side is her. Don't get me wrong. The consumerism is her. Yes. But the acting, when she's trying to act and be nice and this and that, she's putting on a fucking persona, because that's not Alex. She's not a nice person. We all know that. Yep, she definitely is an actress, because nothing she portrays online is real. Yep. Her YouTube channel is her production. That's exactly what I said. Yep. This is so bizarre and pathetic. Well, she is so. Fast Structure says, it is. She thinks she is a star in some reality show. She self-produces. Fucking weird. She should have sent in an application for Real Housewives of Rhode Island, but then women and casting director would have laughed into her ugly, pimply face. Is it early dementia, or I wonder if this is current delusional theatre kid? No, it's not dementia. It's fucking delusion. And I think she can't get over the fact that Trisha Paytas is doing a Broadway show. I think it's a Broadway show. Theatre kid lie is her way of foreshadowing some bogus venture she's going to launch that she totally lacks the talent, training and experience to pull off. Like Kirby Connection, oh dear God. Music videos, podcasts, she reminds me of those dumb contestants on TV who want to be brain surgeons and solve the world hunger dilemma while being beauty queens. Yeah, and she could never be one of those either. Standard Girl says, it has been shown in elaborate research that obesity destroys neuropathways in your brain. Yep, Ellen Roberts always says that. Thus, making you actually dumber the longer the period you are obese. I have noticed with obese friends that things we speak about lately just don't seem to compute. Sometimes it seems dementia, and sometimes it's plainly delusional. My friend has been severely obese for over 20 years and is still packing it on. And I hate to say it, but she's literally getting dumber by the day. Oh, that's horrible. Maybe she did apply and, of course, did not make the cut. We all know how well she handles rejection. Yeah. It's effing scary when you really think about it. Alex is effing mental. Agreed. I do actually believe her wanting to be an actress. Yes, so do I. She said it many times, even in her really old videos. It's the whole reason she started the YouTube channel. Yep, back then people were being discovered on YouTube, Justin Bieber, and she saw that as her chance too, but she didn't have an it factor. And maybe she does miss the idea of being a theatre kid since she didn't have that opportunity being homeschooled. She got a taste of it in her 7th grade play. One fucking play, guys. One play. Alex is filthy, literally, liar about 90% of her things that she says, but this comment does seem plausible and likely true to some degree. I am not saying that I don't believe that she always wanted to be an actress. We all know this and can tell it's true. It's the claim that she misses theatre, as if she was ever in one. I know. Exactly. She misrepresents the situation with the word misses. Deceptive language. It suggests that she has an elaborate theatre resume, and it suggests that her past, she spent a lot of time around theatre. Obviously, being a theatre kid, that's what you'd think if someone says that. Having one line in one-time play that she can't even name at 7th grade doesn't exactly equal a theatre career. She doesn't realise how dumb and how stupid and how pathetic she sounds when she actually mentions being a theatre kid. And now she's trying to pass that on to Anderson too. I feel like the comment was a low-key diss and it went completely over her head. Agreed. Never thought of that. I think you're onto something here. I thought the exact same thing too. What on earth could she possibly be showing to make one think she could be an actress? Yep. Maybe it was, and it did go straight over her head. Or maybe it's a delusional stan. We don't know. I honestly think she believes her own lies. No shit, Laura Bell. I agree. She tells them so consistently, yep, that she convinces herself they are true. That's what narcissists do. She's a scary, guys can read that word. On some level, I do too. I think she has to convince herself of them. She doesn't feel immense guilt when she's lying in front of her family or on camera about things. The lying has just ramped up since the OB told her not to gain weight during pregnancy, and the viewers backed her. That's right. Sorry, the viewers fired back that she was going to make her kid have complications. She hates when we don't believe her lies, so she has to convince herself that the lies are not true. It's called delusion. She tried and failed to be famous since she got on YouTube. She tried to be a singer and that failed. She tried to be a plus-size model and that didn't work out because she doesn't have the desirable proportions. Can you imagine? She would be the most awkward shaped plus-size model you would ever see in your life. For a plus-size woman, she destroyed any partnerships she had with Fuppagate. Also, we saw her in Curvy Connection. You can't filter someone else's videos. We know that's why she never goes to any influencer events and whatnot. She can't stand the sight of her true appearance. Stop lying, Alex. Yep, 1000% facts on all points. Sad airline. Fucking brilliant. If you guys can hear this noise in the background, it's wind and rain on the first day of summer. And my window is open. Actress because she could get to constantly look at herself and it wouldn't be really considered vain all the movie premieres and in between on E! News. She wishes and wants for that attention, but then is so insecure and awkward in the same time. So pathetic. Yep. She is very insecure and very awkward. She can't even go into shops when they're busy. She has to go when they've just literally opened and turned key to go into places because she doesn't want to be seen around people. She doesn't want anyone to be there. How the fuck is someone like this talking about wanting to be a theatre kid? Acting like a size 16 doesn't count. Yep. Theatre? Huh? You dropped out when you were homeschooled because you couldn't handle the real world. Yep, and was probably getting teased at school for being overweight. I don't agree with anyone teasing anyone like that for being over school with it. And they're probably going to say, oh, well, you're doing the same thing here. I'm doing the same thing here because she's a PDF file fucking supporter. So anything she does, I'm going to pick on. Whether that be her appearance, abso-fucking-lutely I will. I'm not saying I agree with people bullying people at school. Or bullying out of being a PDF file supporter. And that's exactly what Alex is. She's a manipulator. She's a PDF file supporter from her father. And she's a liar. Exactly. The last time she was in actual regular school was in middle school. So one teeny little part in one middle school play does not make a person a theatre kid. How many times do we need to repeat this sentence for her to understand? When she really was an outcast who couldn't even handle school and then was subject to a school of Nancy and stayed stunted at the age of 13. I say 12, but yeah, you can give her 13. If her lips are moving, she is lying. Thank you, MG Grooms. Blunt Perspective says, yep. She is an actress. She lies all day in front of the camera. Abso-fucking-lutely. This is true. She lies every day of her life trying to upload the facade she's created online, and she's in too deep now to ever live a true, authentic experience as a public figure. Her acting like she was in labour was hilarious. I know. Was hilarious. That was acting. I will never forget when she said her water broke and she's standing out there speaking to her mother in the street, handing her Bruno to look after, and she was there for a good 6-7 minutes. If someone's fucking water breaks, would you be standing there having a conversation with your mum, or would you literally fucking speed to the hospital so your baby doesn't come out? Seriously. If her one stint in theatre makes her a theatre kid, I'm Tony Winner. I was the lead in high school play that we took on the road. The closest elementary school where we performed... To the closest elementary school where we performed it 3 times. Okay. We all know she's not a theatre kid. Delusional. Just leaving this here. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh my God. Her face. Oh God. So she is getting all those pimples. So she does have those pimples are coming back, and she's picked at them with a vengeance, or are they previous ones that are there and will not go away? Look at her crazy eyes. Dear Jesus, oh my God. Jesus Christ. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Ooh. Ooh, whoever that person is, she looks exactly like them. Fuck. The bingo, alright. What the fuck? Also, his skin is bad again. I guess the filters take care of that. Yep. Her skin looks horrific. So unhealthy. But she doesn't use filter, guys. She doesn't use filters. Her diet is showing all over her face. She's going to blow up this next month, and I'm here for it. It's a result of the last week's food consumption. I thought that was a boy at first. I think it's the distinctive moustache. A complete lack of feminine hygiene, physically in her dress sense and personality-wise. Never ugly. Yeah, right. Exactly. Miss Potato Head. She looks like a potato. Yep. I'm glad I haven't had breakfast yet. The jowls and acne combo would have brought it right back up. If she addressed her real skin with the dermatologist aftercare, this would be great content. Agree, but the dermatologist would rather address her diet. But the dermatologist would address her diet as a part of the remedy, and we know how it goes with anyone addressing her diet. She definitely looks like Trash. Enigma Mum says, if I were Dukas, I love that name for her, I'd make an immediate appointment with an endo and get that 2TD undercare. She won't, of course, because it would mean controlling blood sugar levels through diet, exercise and medications, all of which we know she's allergic to. Are you serious? She's never going to do that. She just said she's basically putting her diet on the wayside and going to eat everything she can through the holidays. Hey Dukes, free, seriously given advice. High blood sugar levels and the insulin resistance can lead to hormone imbalances, increased oil production and inflammation, all of which contribute to acne development. You already have the post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, which develop after acne lesions heal. Ugh. Leaving dark spots on the skin. The velvet skin around your neck, under your arms and elbow creases and groin area, and now they are starting to pop up on your face. And I bet you the farm that you also have light brown or reddish circular spots on the shins. Ugh. Chubs, that's diabetic dermatopathy. Dermatopathy, yeah. You say how much you want to be around for Andy Pandy and any future children. Well, girl, you won't unless you reevaluate your life and get your 2TD under control. But you are a WALA and you know everything. So you won't listen and you will end up in early grief. I'm not using smoothing filters, guys. No, we're all just fucking seeing things. Chris Griffin is looking really like on today's episode. Perhaps if she didn't use all her different brands of makeup and skincare she shills and stick to one, I can't help but think this is at least part of the problem. Well, it doesn't help, does it? When is this form? Because her skin has definitely looked better lately. So wow, filters in the recent? Filters all the time. For fuck's sake. She looks like an addict looking for her next hit. When they call you fat but never ugly. Who is this guy? Wait, is this recent? Yeah, it is. Those damn chipmunk cheeks. Yep. Now, aren't we all jealous of that? We're all jealous of that. We're all jealous of her. The Kool-Aid man is side-eyeing her. We're all jealous, guys. We are just a whole jealous bunch of people who want to be Alex and look like Alex. Because, you know, she's so damn beautiful. Alex is, in fact, there's that word and there's that word. It's just so, there's that word, that it's the finest first and foremost thing that comes to mind. Her, that word, trumps her ugliness. Yep. So she does, in fact, here she's FAT, because that's the first thing people see. Yep. Unless you're blind. But we're the judgy ones. We leave ours out for the squirrels to eat because the squirrels in our neighbourhood love pumpkin. That's nice of you. Just put it in the backyard, though. The fuck is she saying that for? We leave ours out for the squirrels to eat because the squirrels in our neighbourhood love to eat pumpkin. And she says, that's nice. Just put it in the backyard, though. And then Miss What's in My Box says to Alexandra, you are always telling people to mind their own business. You should take your own advice. It's not that serious. Well, it's not that serious when she says it, is it? Sugar Baby Sid? Fuck, that does look like him. You can't help but say it doesn't look like Yarman because it really does. Clip, newest Instagram reel. Me being the pumpkin police now that Thanksgiving is over. What a fucking loser. What a loser. She's got Christmas music playing and she thinks it's funny vlogging herself and driving and judging people's houses when she should be fucking looking at the road instead of the houses. And she's looking at the road. Have a look. Gotta mute that. Have a look. Don't you love the way she has to suck her cheeks together when she has a sip of her drink? Have a look at the way she sucks her cheeks together. Jeez, she is so fucking annoying. And those lips are so damn ugly. You're judging people for that. People will be judging you for fucking driving and looking at the houses when you should be looking at the road, you stupid idiot. Crispy DC. I cropped it out because we're not doing that here, but she's driving around to drive through Crispy DC shown as evidence while Anderson is asleep in the car seat in the back. That's fantastic. And it shows his reflection in the mirror without the zoom in. She has been getting so careless with covering his face lately. She doesn't care. Always content creation over everything else, including your son. She said before she has now stayed in the car for over 40 minutes because Anderson fell asleep in the car because she didn't want to move him and wake him up. So this is what she does all day when she's one-on-one with her child. Feed her addiction while trying to spend as little time being a mother as possible. Now it's wandering around aimlessly in the car for nap time while she hits up fast food places along the way. She is literally at home with her kid all day but takes him out of the house just to get him to go to sleep. How does she expect to keep this up with the second child? She'll just have another seat and do it for both of them in the back. Not to mention, she's doing this while Anderson is in the back fucking seat. She's taking her eyes off the road while Anderson is in the back seat. The caption, all pumpkins and gourds must vacate the premises. Alex, you have the gourd around your head. The gourd head year round. The tongue, out to sip the fucking Diet Coke. Tell me about it. And the way she sucks her chipmunk's cheeks in. I don't think I've ever stuck out my tongue just to sip on my drink. Who the hell does that? She's so FAT that her tongue is also swollen. Yep, too big to fit in her mouth. It reminds me of Gypsy Rose Blanchard in her lizard tongue. Anna and Amberlynn Reid do that as well. It's because their tongues are too fat to fit in their mouths properly anymore. No, I don't think so. I think it's just an annoying fucking habit in the way she does drink. She ain't lying here. She's a judgmental biatch that should worry about herself, her family, and what's in her lane, and no one else's. Also in her lane, as in driving, because this ADHD biatch is driving distracted, yes, with her son in the back seat. Background Cup says she has time to drive around, seeing how many houses still have pumpkins up. Like, really? This is what she took a break from vlogging to do? Is this currently trending on TikTok? Because we all know that she doesn't have an original thought in her body. She just copies what she sees. Her tongue. Ugh. How about the fat liar police? Yeah, where are they? Why this lying, abusive, neglectful? a-hole feels she has any right to be self-righteous, or judge anyone is beyond me. So she wants all those people that have left their pumpkins out to quickly take them in or throw them away and put the Christmas decor up. This is what she's thinking about on a day-to-day basis. Not thinking about what bill I'm going to have to pay. Not thinking about which one do I have to pay first. Not thinking about if I pay this bill, will I have money on the table? Will I have food on the table for my family? She doesn't need to think of anything like that. So her thoughts during the day drive around who still has their pumpkins out. This is how entitled she is. Driving distracted with your rainbow baby in the car, I just can't with this biatch. It's only a matter of time before someone gets hurt. Cars are not toys, Alex. Oh, sorry guys, I just really need to yawn and stretch. This is how I know she's getting more than just a crispy DC, when she has an entire cooler and pantry full of them daily. There's no need to go to the drive-thru just for that. As evidenced by her filter fails, girl is getting more than just a Diet Coke from McD's. Absolutely. We all know that. This is actual loser behaviour. Like, who cares? Her. She has no other problem. That's why when I say to her, get a real fucking problem, it's because she has no problems. Oh, great. She is a HOA Karen now. Says the girl who had her Christmas decorations up before Halloween last year to save a few bucks on the professional decorating service. Exactly. And who puts up all the Christmas decor before Thanksgiving? And then hosts Thanksgiving, her ugly Christmas decor everywhere except the dining room, which was thrown together with the Dollar Tree bullshit. Oh, and let's not forget separate area for the aunt's birthday. A total mishmash of cheap, mass-produced shit. Thanksgiving in one room, Christmas in another. Yeah, with a birthday area thrown in for good measure. What a shit show. What a hollow life. Yep. To her it's not, though. To her, it's not a hollow life because she lives in the life of delusion. I know she is seriously this much of a loser that this is all she has to do with her time during the Thanksgiving holidays. She's even more pathetic and sad than I thought. She wants him to be shown. She is desperate, just insufferable. Move Suspicious says, showing his face on her phone, making a reel while driving with Anderson in the car and making him nap again, shaking my head. The child is never fucking awake. Hey Alex, that's the way everyone is looking at you when they find out that the letter you wrote to your father. Yep, pedophile supporter. How about you cosplay mum for a minute? Yeah, how does that sound, Alex? And cosplay being a good mum. Sparkle says, I hate seeing her eat or drink. Tell me about it. I think drinking from a straw might be the worst than eating. Yeah, it is. I've never seen someone put their tongue out of their mouth to get a straw. She takes such long drags and fills her mouth. She is such a pig. She is absolutely no place to be judging people. She effing really thinks she's something. Her ego is as big as her chipmunk cheeks. She is a shit human and abusive, neglectful mother. That we all know. What she does may look innocent, but there's no physical bruising or scars. But and this child will know the truth. Far Palpitation says she wishes she looked like that pathetic pig. Yes, she drives through the neighbourhood to see who has pumpkins still out so she could fucking eat them. Bad enough she vlogs while driving, but vlogging while Anderson is while Anderson is around needs that extra nap, distracted, drinking soda and looking everywhere but at the road. Yep, in front of her. If I was a mandated reporter, I'd be on that big back. Well, you guys can all do something. You guys can all send letters. You guys, most of you guys all live in America. Send letters. Dob her in. Show them that she's driving with her son taking her eyes off the fucking road. I mean, I know people who do dob her in, I mean. Move Suspicious says, she'll do anything to make him sleep 90% of the day. Absolutely. It's Sunday, so she's doing this because she's forced into watching him. At this point, she needs to just hire a effing nanny. Okay, fine, don't have your child, but let him live and thrive, at least with someone else. If she doesn't want him, okay, put him under a better care. Yep. But she does want him because she wants to show him off. As, look what I made, but she didn't really make him. One of my siblings required a lot of car rides to get her to nap and stop crying as a baby toddler. Later on, it was something we came to recognise as a symptom of her very mild autism. Alex doesn't show or talk about Anderson having frequent massive crying fits, and difficult fits that are difficult to soothe, but I do wonder if he does. As if she's going to fucking tell us. I don't think he does. I think he cries because she tries to make him go to sleep. Al gets triggered anytime this poor baby even makes a noise because she has zero mother intuition. Do you remember when she said she used to sweat when he cried? And can't keep her own emotions in check. She also should be able to tell if he's genuinely upset, etc. by now, but she can't. She got worried because Nancy made his sequel in laughter when they were on their way to their Christmas photo shoot before. She does nothing to actually stimulate him and wants her time alone. She's already tired lying about him having colic as an infant, and quietly deleting that video because she knew it was bullshit. Anderson is still being made to take multiple naps a day, and she gets very visibly annoyed just by when he is being a toddler. Daycare is his escape from being confined all day. Otherwise he's in a coma majority of the time. I love the way people pick up what I say. Yeah, majority of the time. And he's with the person who's supposed to care and nurture for him. Did you notice when Yar gave him the milk cup back, he wanted to lay down with it? He is so used to having it to go to sleep with a bottle in his mouth. Great catch. That's the only time I would give milk to my toddler, at bedtime. A routine we had. A bath, then bottle, one nap, not long because they wouldn't be sleepy at night. Not like her. Okay, Alfalfa says, people on her channel once again told her maybe she should cut on his naps. Does she not listen? No. Does she listen? No. He was throwing a fit over that bottle, probably why she lets daycare deal with him. It was over the bottle. He wanted to be away from Dukas and Yar. He also doesn't want to wait flat on his feet when he is in assisted standing position, what can lead to becoming toe walking. Autism can really be very mild. It's quite a clear diagnosis. Obviously, there are many people who have higher support needs and more obviously autistic than others. Now, this comment, guys, doesn't say that this lady is having a go at anyone autistic or making fun of Anderson if he is autistic. It's making fun of her for not picking up on it sooner, to do something about it and to help the child. That's why people mention this kind of stuff. We don't do it to tease the child. Child has nothing to do. If the child has autism, they have autism. That's not their fault. But it's the mother's fault not to get it diagnosed and seen to earlier. She is a biatch. She is such a biatch. Are you paying their mortgage? No. Then shut up about what they put in front of their house. If aesthetically displeasing things that bother you so much, lose weight. That's right, because people don't like to look at you. But actually do it. Don't lie about it. This genuinely pissed me off so much. Amberlynn Reid sticks out her tongue when she eats. It's a death fat trait. Also, she has no job, of course. She has all the time in the world to take decor. That's right, to take decor down the second the new season starts. That's right. Other people have jobs. They work 9 to 5, sometimes even longer. And sorry that they can't take their fucking pumpkin in. Because rotten fruit falls on its own. God. Yep. All these walks were never for exercise. Of course they weren't, Move Suspicious says. Notice in every single pic, Anderson is in his stroller. If she were walking for movement, she'd do it when Anderson is at daycare. That's right. These works were always designed with a sneaky motive behind them. Yep. To put him to sleep. Absolutely. To put him to sleep. So I went through her pics on WW Instagram, and I noticed that every single time she takes a walk, she has a stroller with her. Yep. She started taking Anderson out now before daycare at 6:30 a.m. to make him nap until he leaves so she doesn't have to deal with him. But on the days he does not have daycare, I realise that all these times on her watch are around the same time, between 7 to 9 a.m. She's taking an Anderson out the house to put him in the stroller so he can take a long morning nap. He sleeps for about 2 hours, is only awake for maybe an hour and a half before she puts him down again for his big afternoon nap that is at least 3 hours long. Then at night of his restlessness, that's right, his restlessness, she takes him out again in the evening, and about 5 p.m. she puts him to bed for the night. I'll show you the screenshots with the times. This biatch is really extremely evil and calculated. These walks, were never for her, but about WW or getting outside to exercise for her mental health. All this time, she's made it like it was about her weight and weight loss journey and walking 3 to 4 miles, when it was never about that at all. Why does she only go with Anderson? Why doesn't she walk with Bruno when Anderson is in daycare? Weird that she only goes for the day. This biatch is lazy, watching TV, going to McDonald's and shopping at Home Goods with Nancy. The only time she goes on walks with Anderson, and is purposely trying to put him to sleep. This biatch is such a wicked monster, lying and using her fake WW bullshit to hide within the truth of pushing this narrative, like she's a mum who cares about her activity and is going to, go out and on walks for health purposes. My ass. When all along it was never about moving her body. It was it was a tool and a tactic she abused, just like her tool for her stomach bypass surgery, in order to be foolproof way to make her son nap quicker. She can't just stand to be with him for very long. She can never take him anywhere to do baby-focused activities or something just for him. What is she going to do in the very near future when he won't want to sleep in the stroller anymore and starts shouting that he wants to get out? Oh, excuse me. Now that shows the time on the camera, on the phone, but we all know that. Looking to start a weight loss journey? Start with walking. Yeah, because you do so much of it, Alex. What a manipulative effing liar. She made everyone believe these works was so she could lose weight. I didn't. I knew exactly she was taking him to put him to sleep, and started telling people to walk to improve their health. What she left out was that this was all bullshit, and that she was only to get rid of her kid she can't stand. Hurry up and nap already so she can go watch TV and eat on the couch unbothered while her son naps for his whole life away. Yep. Notice that she's always has Anderson laying down with a bottle and a blanket. She's done this whole time. Yep, it always is. Can't wait for that to happen. I think she already does that. Thank you. Let's keep our foots and feet all on her necks and chins. I believe she sits and pushes Anderson to and fro while listening, to let them. Anderson trapped, contained in the stroller. Little hands clapping while she sips her 15th Alani. Key comfortable, says. Move suspicious, exactly. What's crazy is she's been doing this since he was only 2 months old, but never ever realised her motive. She has been taking him in the stroller, pushing him like this the whole time. It's disgusting. It's like for him to get fresh air and for her to get exercise. I already know the real reason, but to actually her to say it and act so effing impatient, like so desperate for the sun to rise so she could knock her son out, it's really put into perspective for me. Nice catch. It's crazy that her motivation for walking is to keep her son asleep, or to keep him sleepy enough to go down for a nap. I don't believe she's actually walking this distance, neither do I, each time either. She walks long enough to make him sleepy, then pads the walk manually through the Strava app. Okay. Also walks in the toy car, where we're very briefed because her motive for walking is so to keep him asleep. She said it many, many times. And if that's not happening, it's going to be done very often. I noticed the toy car walks were very, very far from her home. Either those were just for social media vlogs, or we're very disappointed because she forbid she puts them in a coat to continue it and let him enjoy himself for once. We barely ever saw him in the toy car. I only seen him about a handful of times, I think. It says it there, maybe a handful of times. And it was only down to her neighbour's house at the corner and back. So also Anderson always had a bottle in his hand too. If this was for Anderson or for herself to get exercise, she'd go walking all the trails and at the park. That's exactly fucking right. That's what I do. She never even took Anderson to the swings by herself. Nancy were to catch him. By herself without Nancy there to catch him. She sorry, so these walks have always been solely for him to sleep. Notice we never see Anderson either. It's because he's not sitting up in the stroller. He's always laying down. Yep. Notice we never see, laying down. She's not walking 3 to 4 miles. She does down the street and back and forth until he's knocked out. But now that she's exposed with this, watch her stop mentioning it, or she'll start acting like she's walking with Bruno when Anderson is at daycare, just to undo and disapprove this. So fucking true. She probably goes through Reddit and writes notes of what she should and shouldn't do to prove everyone wrong. She reads here, that's right. I know she's pissed that she told on herself, because these walks were her magical little sleepy solutions for her. Worked like a charm. She'll do it, but won't talk about it anymore. Watch. It's really terrible, and no walks for Bruno. Have you noticed how skinny he is? Fucking yeah. Noticed how skinny he is, that poor dog. She didn't take Bruno on a walk for 6 months straight until I started bringing it up. Then she took him maybe 3 times and stopped again. If she wanted exercise, she should be going to the gym and walking Bruno while Anderson is at daycare 4 days a week. That poor dog is stuck in the house looking malnourished and depressed because of her. Yep. It's such an active dog, and it's ridiculous that she got such an active dog. She should have got little fluffy white one, or fluffy whatever colour one, black, blue, green, whatever, and that would have been a house dog. You know what I mean? It wouldn't need so much work or an exercise, walk. Yeah, but she took in Bruno's eyes. Oh, no. But yeah, look in Bruno's eyes. It says it all. He looks so confused and sad. Neither Ya or Alex give a fuck about him, and Bruno is very aware of it. Did you notice in this last vlog she left him outside when her family came over? Yep. And he was looking inside the window from the deck. Yep, I mentioned it in the vlog. She just left him out there and was like, oh, he wants to come in. Probably because he got too excited, to see people and other dogs. Yes, he is excluded from all family activities, just as Anderson is excluded from all special activities, when Anderson was not included at the Thanksgiving dinner table and could not even watch the Thanksgiving parade on TV in a living room. He is too young for that. Bruno spent most of the time outside, almost by himself, without Max even. I can't even imagine the level of rejection Anderson and Bruno must feel. And no, I'm not anthropologizing Bruno. Dogs are a pack of animals that need to be a part of a pack for their mental and social well-being. Being a dog owner means that your dog is a full worthy member of the family, the pack. A dog who is constantly rejected out of the pack is suffering emotionally. My heart keeps breaking for Anderson and Bruno. All our hearts do. Same, and I notice people are asking, where is Cha-Cha? Nancy only had been bringing her around. Why didn't she play with Bruno outside? These biatches shouldn't be allowed to have pets or kids in their care. Yep. Where was Cha-Cha actually? Cha-Cha wasn't even there. Oh, excuse me. I was going to stop reading, but these are just too good. Also weird that her fit husband was never on the strolls with her as well. Especially if she's walking 3 to 4 miles. That would be a great jog for him. She's not beating these sleeping bottles allegations with this type of evidence. Move Suspicious says, yeah, hasn't been running in like a year or more. He's gained so much weight and let himself go. But yep, in every pic she has a bottle in the stroller with him. She gave him something, I'm 99% sure of it, was now that was exposed to her. I'm 99% sure of it. Watch now that we exposed her. She'll stop talking about the walks and she'll say it's because of winter when it's really because she's busted. Won't be surprised just the way she stopped talking about Nancy coming over and sleeping over when Yari was away. She's so stopped, showing the evidence of Nancy being there because you once caught Nancy's Folgers, I believe, coffee on the table. Move Suspicious says, just like she moved the clock and hides her watch. This biatch is so sneaky. Oh my God, the length she will go to in order to be conniving and manipulative liar. To her, it's nothing. It's second nature. And she's truly her pedo's father's daughter. Yep. I've got to keep reading. They're just so good. I remember when I was mother of 4 on occasion telling the kids, let's go to take a drive, knowing that riding in the car would put them to sleep. This would just be at night when they were overly and usually tired usually from a busy day, and certainly not more than just an hour or 5 minutes throughout their childhood. 4 or 5 times throughout their childhood. The fact that this is a routine for her and this is done solely for getting the kid to fall asleep is very disturbing. Absolutely. Now, we complain about her taking him for a walk all the fucking time because we know it's not for him. It's just for her, to put him asleep. We all know that, and I think we all knew that from the very, very beginning. So she can stop with that charade now. Thank you. Excellent comment. Exactly. I mean, sometimes as a mum, we have to come up with things in order to get restlessness child to sleep. But it's not done maliciously. That's right. Or in a selfish way to even make them nap solely so that when they don't have to watch them anymore. Alex chose to be a parent. That's right. She chose to have a child, which is a lifelong commitment and responsibility. When you have kids, your whole life changes. No more catering to self. Oh, yeah. Your kids will become first priority over everything that includes yourself. Not for Alex. This is why I'm bringing in awareness to the topic, because it's a very big deal. She has been doing this since he was born. Yep. Yet, if it went under the radar and unnoticed because of it, most people assumed it was harmless. But I've been saying that she did this. I just couldn't prove it until now. This child can't even seem to crawl properly. She hasn't got him to stand up or walk, and she's still forcing him to nap twice a day, if not more. Purposely dragging this child outside to the cold to knock him out. A child should be able to trust their parents. Dragging her child cold outside in the cold and knock him out. A child should be able to trust their parents, knowing that they have the very best intentions for you. But nope, Anderson's already cannot trust his own mother. She will hurt him to save her own life, yep, and will cause him damage to allow her to chill. Oh my God, this makes me furious as a mother. Yep. And in my opinion, should be also one of those mothers to send them off to boarding school. Seriously. Okay, there's more guys than that. We're not going to read anymore. I am done with her for now. Thank you so much for watching. We will continue with more of this, maybe later on today, maybe tomorrow, we'll see. Very, very eye-opening. It's so good to see a lot of people can see through her lies. It's only her dumb stands that refuse not to see through her lies. Alright guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. It's bye from me.